Hi, welcome back. Now in this video, we are going through the concept of using orchestration. So what is container orchestration? Well, it's the ability to manage your container deployments. So in the earlier video, we had seen that if you're looking at developing a microservices based application, then you would have to start using Docker containers. These containers can hold different components of your application. But when it comes to large applications, managing these containers starts getting complex. And when it starts getting complex, it becomes difficult to start managing these containers. So container orchestration is an important concept when it comes to managing these containers for large applications. So one important aspect of container orchestration is that it helps in placing containers in different nodes. It helps in allocating resources to the underlying containers. So let's say you want a partial amount of memory that should be assigned to the containers. Now you don't want to start working at that deep level for each and every container, allocating the memory, allocating the CPU. You need some sort of tool that can actually do this automatically for you. It's same like when you're actually managing virtual machines. So when you're managing virtual machines, you use a tool such as, let's say, Hyper-V for Windows. You could be using VMware. So all of these tools will actually take out the headache of managing the underlying compute resources for your virtual machines. The same way goes for Docker containers. You need some tool, some software in place to ensure that the resources which are allocated to these containers are allocated in the right manner. It also helps you to scale these containers based on demand. So if the demand increases, it will start spinning up more containers to take in that demand. It can also bring up containers if they go down. So if your app goes down, if a particular container goes down, this container orchestration tool will actually automatically bring up the container. So you can see the different advantages which are there when you have container orchestration. Now in general, the architecture of a container orchestration tool is as follows. So normally you have nodes. So these are virtual machines which is used to actually host your containers. So what happens, these containers will be created out of images which could be in Docker Hub. These containers will then start running on these nodes. And then you have one master controller. So you place all of these nodes in something known as a cluster. And then you have a master node which controls all the nodes in this particular cluster. So it's the master that's responsible for ensuring the containers run on these nodes. It's ensuring for scaling these containers based on demand. It's also responsible for ensuring that if the container goes down, it brings the container back up. This is the importance of the container orchestration tool. And this is why you need orchestration when you actually have a large application that's made up of Docker containers. So let's go on to our next video. Let's introduce one of the most popular container orchestration tools, and that's Kubernetes.